Yo, it's definitely Cloud Chaser TV, man. We back up in this thing again. You dig? Hey, man, it's some morning vibes. We at episode 43. You feel me? And we gonna let it be heard, man. Like the whole situation with Drake. Drake been on the news lately. He basically been letting people know that all the stuff that need to be addressed, especially with the turn of the decade. He addressed it. Not only that, I guess he taking it like that new song, Yeah, I War. You know what I mean? When they on the drill, I guess they taking it to another direction because he also mentioned that like the next coming efforts from him is gonna be basically his whole going into the 20s vibe. You feel me? So, we'll definitely see what's up. Salute Drake, what's good, bro? Yeah, bro, we got Drake up in the building. You feel me? But a lot of people want to know, like, Drake did mention Pusha T, and if you don't know what he said, in a nutshell, he basically said like, that Pusha T was pretty much clout chasing, and the only thing he had good to say was that he had a kid. But he went on to say how he don't really want his kid in the limelight because he described the situation that had happened to him a few days prior, which was some people showed up at his home. A lady showed up at his home with naked pictures and left him on his door. You feel me? And he said he had to burn them because of that type of bad energy is the type of like them type of bad vibes that set your whole mood off. You know, and a lot of people want to know again, Pusha T. What Pusha T got to say about this? You know what I'm saying? We're gonna play a clip on Pusha T, pretty much explaining, and this is pretty much why I think that we won't see a battle in 2020. You know what I'm saying? We won't see a battle from Pusha T and Drake. I think that that whole situation that already happened with them that transpired, I think that's gonna be the end of it, and it's gonna go down for history. Because he might have didn't take an L in the Meek Mill situation, but how many people think he took an L in the Pusha T situation? You feel what I'm saying?
Who thinks what he thinks? We gotta wear that because it's not coming out till it's beneficial to me. Only reason it's coming out now, only reason I'm here now is for real, is because he was so passionate about the whole MS thing, and they did the backlight and they put the spotlight on his face. And when you said, my friend, yeah, well produced.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I thought so. Well produced. Son of a right.
He's saying the album was well produced, which
That's
I
why.
believe so as well.
That's how it came about. That's how that information, that narrative, got to
Because the
die.
album was well produced.
I'm. Listen, it needs to die. It's done. That narrative is done. Now, on top of that, man, it's like I let them run with all these narratives. Listen, even the Jay Prince thing, bro. I don't know Jay Prince. Mm-hmm. I don't know Jay Prince. Mm-hmm. He did a whole book tour on the back of on the back of like, yo, I squashed this, on and so forth. Yeah, my manager spoke to him, most respectful guy in the world. Mm-hmm. Nothing. I mean, like, all these false narratives are fueling just, and covering up. Bro, we just had a battle, bro. And you came up on the short end of the stick of it. That was it. That was it. Is that true? What do you mean? As far as the battle, you feel like he came up on the short end? Yeah, of course. I mean, listen, let me tell you something. Is there a world that exists where you would say otherwise? No. Let me tell you.
They asking like, is it a world that exists when it's between blurred lines? You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, him having a well produced album is actually a good look. You know what I'm saying? Like who doesn't want to have like, I don't know, it's rappers who definitely go out there for the bag and they only make music in regards to getting a bag. But when you got people who trying to make history and make sure that that particular product lives on, not for that particular generation, but for generations to come. You know what I'm saying? You gotta produce it. You gotta make sure that you're not freestyling out here. You know what I mean? You gotta really, put some effort into it. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. You know what I'm saying? So, I definitely agree with Pusha T on some things, but here's a situation where I don't agree with him. You feel me?
No, not for me.
Got it.
Not for me at all.
Got it.
You gotta think, like, and let me tell you how I really feel about that, bro. I've been stacking up W's for a minute in regards to this, like putting out the artwork and you giving a whole dissertation in your notes and posting that. That was a W to me. Jay Prince coming in, stepping in, having to say this. That's a W to me. That's a W to me. Nobody's talking for me. Are you bugging? Nobody. What? Listen, the shot thrown at Ye after the fact is a W for
But
me.
at the end of the day, he's saying that nobody's talking for him, right? But is he really touching these places like he's saying he is? You know what I mean? Like, meaning that, people definitely booking Pusha T. I'm sure he make millions a year off of his touring. But is he popping up in these particular cities where these people that he talking about are they booking him in that region or in them locations? You know what I mean? Because you got to think about that type of stuff. That's a lot of times that's why them rappers don't be caring, because they don't get no money over there. So why should they care? You know what I mean? Say, I ain't getting no money over there. Why I even care? So but at the end of the day, in these particular regions, you got artists who goes and pick up bags, so at the end of the day, they definitely gonna be more respectful when it comes to certain dudes in certain areas. You know what I mean?
Why are you way over there?
I think we talked about it.
Like,
We
man,
discussed that.
like, yo, you like. In all honesty, and this is all in silence, bro. Like, nothing else was said about it. Like, this is what you're doing. All of this, coming, going to sit with LeBron, and Maverick 4 months later, talking about this shit. That's a W for me.
We don't know when it was recorded.
Why 3 months later?
I don't know.
Oh, 3 months. I don't know. 3 months later.
You know how television works.
You're right. All right.
But at the end of the day, he studies saying these W's. But you think that people are going around and they gonna say that Drake. You think that they gonna say that Drake is not the king of the past decade, the tens? You think that they not gonna say that Drake ran the tens and Drake had a mixed step with Pusha T? Nah, that ain't even gonna be part of the history that's gonna be written. You feel what I'm saying? That's gonna be for the people who like hip hop heads. Like people who, it's some people that know that Nas and Jay-Z had a beef. But nowadays, if you ask younger individuals, they'll probably tell you, like, why would they have a beef, bro, when Jay-Z signed Nas to, you know what I'm saying, Def Jam? You know what I mean? It's a different perspective. It's different.
So listen, the line not coming out.
Let's talk about that, because was that really like a thing when he had an Adidas line coming out?
Of course. Okay. Of course it was. That's the name of it.
Okay.
She knew all of this. She divulged all of this information. I didn't get it from him or them. That's all it was.
All right, so let's just play a quick game.
Okay.
He said he didn't get it from them, her, or them. You know what I'm saying? Which is, it's interesting because at the end of the day, it's like, I understand what he's saying. He's saying, you know what I'm saying, he playing chess and not checkers. And I completely get that. But when it comes to Drake, man, like, it's definitely like people like Meek Mill definitely put a dent on his career more than the Pusha T, because like Pusha T is known for exposing that he had a kid. And then he easily came out and said that and to this day, he still don't post his kid. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you know about him, but we still don't post him. You know what I mean? We still not going on the whole Gap campaign or, allegedly whatever. You know what I'm talking about? Or children place or you know what I mean? Like allegedly, you know what I mean? They ain't even going on them type of campaigns, you feel me? Because he don't want his kid involved in that type of limelight. That's why he going out there to make these hundreds. You know what I'm saying? To put them numbers up where, they could be in the whole space of their own. You know what I'm saying? It's like certain things, like when you get, like people say money can't buy everything, that's a fact. But when you get certain type of money, you can almost buy just about everything. You know what I mean? It's a certain level to the money. Like the power that come with it, the structure, you know, it like with power come with money is just like, just because you won't change your mind over this on some money, but what if the person that you love the most told you to change your mind? You know what I'm saying? What if the person, yeah, it's lonely at the top, Dre. But what imagine that if, what I'm saying, they told you, what I'm saying, that like at the end of the day, they told you that it's lonely at the top. And you had that whole, in your mind. Would you continue to move forward? Absolutely. Because the thing is, what people don't understand is just because some man tells their story or some woman tells their story, that doesn't, disregard to what you got going on. You know what I mean? That doesn't take from the way your genetics are brung up. You might be different. That's why we got Michael Jordans. That's why we got Kobe Bryant's because it's their genetic makeup. You know what I mean? I'm just using ball players, but we got mad scientists, we got, what I'm saying, doctors, lawyers, etc. It's just part of they makeup. Yeah, you gotta keep it moving. But like a lot of people don't know, they'll probably be like, Drake, he lost to Pusha T and that's the end of it. But like I said, years to come, that whole legacy probably ain't even gonna exist. You know what I mean? Now, the one with Meek Mill, it's gonna forever exist because he didn't expose that he had a kid. He exposed that he was not writing his own music. And that's a dent. You know what I mean, people? So we gonna end on that note, man. And that's a dent. And that's the type of dent that I'm talking about. Like, so you got the guy who exposed him for having a kid, and you got the guy who exposed him for, what I mean, not writing his own lyrics. Which one you think had a bigger impact? Y'all get in the comments and y'all let us know, man. It's been a morning vibes, man. Salute, man. It's definitely the Cloud Chaser TV, man. We'll catch y'all on the next one.